Today's Amber Alert for a kidnapped one-year-old boy is once again bringing the topic of domestic violence back into the spotlight.
Fox 12's Connor McCarthy spoke with a nonprofit in Clark County that works with survivors of domestic violence. He's live in Vancouver tonight. And Connor, I know you dug into the protection order that was filed by the suspect's ex-wife. What did you find out?
Well, Pete and Nora, in that protection order petition filed by Amber Rodriguez, she did request the judge require her ex-husband, Elias Huizar, to wear an electronic monitoring device. Now, the judge did deny that request, and the Benton County Prosecutor's Office says that's because there were no pending criminal matters between Huizar and Rodriguez involving domestic violence that would require them to utilize the Tiffany Hill Act. Now, regardless, the tragic killing of Rodriguez and Huizar's minor girlfriend is once again bringing conversations of domestic violence back into the spotlight. A multi-state manhunt for a man accused of killing his ex-wife, his minor girlfriend, and kidnapping his one-year-old son gripped the Pacific Northwest Tuesday. A tragic case of domestic violence that has brought the topic front and center.
We know that any time that there's an incident in our community and it's on the news, that really makes people reflect on their current situation, their safety, and may encourage them to reach out.
Brittany Lassane is the Chief Executive Officer of the YWCA Clark County. The nonprofit provides a safe place for survivors of domestic violence to escape their perpetrators and find resources. She says the YWCA has seen an increase in calls over recent months.
When we think about the last kind of year and a half, we've seen an increase in homicides in our community related to domestic violence.
One 2019 domestic violence homicide resulted in Washington state lawmakers taking action. In 2020, the state legislature passed the Tiffany Hill Act to give those impacted by domestic violence more power over their perpetrator. The law allows courts to order people accused of domestic violence to wear GPS ankle devices. These devices can be monitored by officials and notify the victim through an app if their offender is nearby. But Lassane says there's been issues among Washington state counties with rolling out the law.
Can be really hard with some of these acts. The implementation period, that is the most difficult part, is getting the courts aware and all of the commissioner and judges aware that this is an option for them to enforce, and that there's also financial means available for the perpetrators in order to have the GPS monitoring.
She says in 2022, only half of counties knew about the Tiffany Hill Act. Clark County led the state at the time in using the law. According to a protective order filed by Amber Rodriguez and granted by Benton County Judge Andrew Howell, he ordered Elias Huizar's gun to be confiscated, but did not order him to wear a GPS monitoring device despite requests from Rodriguez. The Benton County Prosecutor's Office says this is because Huizar had no pending criminal domestic violence matters with Rodriguez, so he didn't fall under the Tiffany Hill Act.
And the purpose of the Tiffany Hill Act is to really protect survivors that are experiencing that life-threatening danger, and to have GPS tracking on the perpetrator so that if they're coming within so much feet of them, that they're notified.
Lassane says for those who feel trapped in domestic violence, there are resources and organizations like hers that can help. She also has this message for Washington state courts.
Please continue to implement the Tiffany Hill Act. It can be life or death for so many people that are fleeing violence.
Well, Pete and Nora also reached out to Rodriguez's lawyers about this petition and also the GPS monitoring device that she requested, but I didn't hear back. Live in Vancouver, Connor McCarthy, Fox 12 Oregon.